Hi everyone, and welcome in my new video. Today I'm going to have something different than last few ones. On my bench I have a Illinois Bunn Special. The model from 1921 I think, and it has 23 jewels. After unscrewing the back of the case, you can already see that we are missing some parts. It's because I already checked what was wrong with the watch, and it was the main spring that was broken. As I'm placed in Europe, it was a bit tricky to get the right spring, but after a few weeks I got it, and it's time to fix the watch. So let's go with the repair. First, I have to unscrew the front bezel from the case to be able to take out the movement from it. Here you can see how beautiful dial this watch has, and also take a look at those blued hands. They are in purple color. Before I pull out the movement, I want to remove the hands first. I just place the hands in one direction so it's a bit easier to pull them off. They were stuck tight on the posts. I was actually scared to crack the dial. And you have to remember that in those old pocket watches, the dials are from enamel, and it's very, very brittle. A proper sneeze could make them crack. And definitely this dial is not in mint condition, but it's kind of close to, in my opinion. So I really don't want to mess it up. Look at this color of the hands. But now when they are gone, I can take out the movement easily and without risking bending them or even breaking them. So the movement is out, and it's time to take off the dial itself, because it's very fragile, as I mentioned before, and I want to put it somewhere for safekeeping. In those old pocket watches, the dial is held by 3 small screws on the sides of the movement, so it's just to undo them a bit and then take off the dial from the movement. Here you can also see the small box. It's a special one for keeping the dials safe. So it has this springy piece of plastic in the middle, and in the cover you have a special pinion that holds the dial in the centered position. And here we can see the dial side of the movement. I totally forgot to take the hour wheel off and cannon pinion before I started with other side of the movement. But anyway, let's proceed. First I want to take the balance out from the movement and put it somewhere safe, because it's the most delicate part here. The hairspring is really thin and it's very easy to break it or bend it, and then it's basically messed up. So the balance bridge is held by one screw, so it's just a matter of undoing it, taking out the screw and then lifting gently the balance bridge. And now with the balance bridge out of the way, and the whole balance actually, I can continue with taking off the train wheel bridge and then the barrel bridge. Even though this watch was working very nicely before the main spring broke, it was extremely dirty inside of it, and all the screws were kind of tight. Even here you can see that the fourth wheel was stuck to the bridge actually, so I lifted it up with the bridge and I had to take it off the camera. So next in queue is the escape wheel and then the third wheel. So now let's remove the barrel bridge with the center wheel on it. And that's the moment I realized that the cannon pinion was still on the center wheel. So I just took the keyless work out first and then flipped the movement plate to take the cannon pinion off. So last step on the movement side is the pallet fork. So first the pallet fork bridge held by 2 screws. They're quite small, so it's good to take a smaller screwdriver and then just lift it off and take the pallet fork out. Of course, it wasn't so easy. The bridge was stuck. And then, even when I got it off, it came with the pallet fork. But now it's almost done. It's just to take off the lever from keyless work, and that's it. And that's it for today. The next video will be from cleaning, and then third one I assume I will do about putting everything back together. Thank you for today, and see you in the next video.